Hello everyone, my name is Natalia, and in this occasion I would like to answer the 10 questions given in e-learning for ELT course. So here we go. So this is the list of questions given in e-learning for ELT course. This is it. So this is the first question. It is about what is online learning, and explain also what is synchronous and also asynchronous learning. So, online learning can be defined as a learning process which is conducted by using the internet in a certain online learning platform that can impact the digital literacy skills of the students. It is also called as e-learning, and it can be done synchronously and asynchronously. Okay, synchronous and asynchronous learning. Synchronous learning is a learning process which is conducted at the same time by doing the meeting via online to the student. And asynchronous learning is a learning process that is conducted in different times. This kind of learning is independent learning that can be conducted both online and also offline. Okay, that was the first question. Let's move to the second question. It is about the basic features of an LMS or learning management system. Actually, there are two features list of LMS. Both of them is in asynchronous learning and also synchronous learning. The first is the features in asynchronous learning management system. The first, there is a syllabus. It is an overview of the course in outline form. It includes objectives, requirements of the course, and so on. The second is the calendar. It is the schedule of deadlines and course events in online learning platform. And the third is teacher announcement. It is the teacher's updates and reminders. In an online course, they usually appear upon entering the LMS itself. And the next is course email. It is the correspondence between course members. And then the next is lessons. It is the content sections usually organized by topic. There is also a discussion forum. It is an ongoing online voice or text discussion. The next is wiki. It is an online environment that can be shared and edited by all members of a collaborative team. There's also a blog, an online space where one author creates a posting. It can be an article, critique, while the others are giving their comment. And the next is testing or quizzing. It is an assessment that determines how successful the outcomes have been achieved. And the next is the features of synchronous learning management system. There is a chat. It is an online exchange of text, comments, and remarks between two or more participants in real time. And the next is live classroom or live meeting. It is an online class session where the teacher and all the members are there at the same time and communicate each other. So that was the second question, and the next is the question number 3. An introduction of one topic meeting in online learning. So I provide how I write down an introduction in topic meeting in online learning. It is about TEFL course or teaching English as a foreign language. So I write down the introduction where I explain to the students of mine what will they do in the course, and they will get the knowledge of basic terminology, like the knowledge of interrelationship among approaches, method, and technique in TEFL, the skills, and also what will we do in the course. So that was the introduction of the meeting in online learning. And let's move to the 4 questions. It is about why do online materials must be attractive, what elements are needed, and given examples. So As what researchers at the University of British Columbia stated, how course looks can be as important as the lessons themselves. That is why online materials should be attractive in order to, the first, make the students eager to learn in online platform, and the second, it is necessary to support the understanding through simplicity, clarity, and well-organized. And the third, an attractive online materials enhance the communications among the students and also teachers in online learning course. Okay, so the elements needed to make an online course attractive, or there are several elements actually. The first is a layout. This consists of space surrounding, line length, justification, heading and subheadings in online learning platform, and then there is also in choosing text, how we use text, apply text in online learning course, whether it is the typefaces, type size, bold and italic, underlining only for hyperlinks, avoid using all caps, and also the coloring. So it is necessary for an online course teacher to pay attention to the elements of the online learning course to make the course itself is more attractive for the students. And the next is about graphic elements. This is also an important element in online learning materials. So one of the elements to make the online course is attractive, it is graphic element, like what I said. So this graphic element is consisting of the visual elements such as icons, shading, and color that are used consistently to distinguish between different types of the course elements such as the lessons, assignments, audio, and video. So as the pictures beside this text box, it is the use of icons in online learning platform I provided, and we can choose any kinds of icon based on our needs. So the second is using bullets or numbers to set apart items that can be listed, and numbers are used to identify sequential steps in a task or process. They are also used for ranks and setting the priorities in online learning course. And the next, bullets are used to highlight a series of items that are not prioritized or sequential. Okay, that was the fourth question, and this is the 5 questions. It is about the types of online learning activities that can be done collaboratively in an online course. So actually there are about 6 online learning activities that can be done and also chosen by the teachers in doing or conducting the online learning course. The first is a class discussion. The technological tools of doing class discussion is called discussion forum, that is available in most of online learning platform. It can be done by giving question answers and also giving them topic discussion, and the students can do it by pairing or a full class session. And the next is online journaling activity. The technological tools that can be chosen is by using blog. This is an individual reflection or teacher reflection in the modeling, and this journaling activity can be done individually by the students. The next is activities that can be chosen is shared knowledge base. So this activity can take the tool, it is a wiki, and it can be collaborative glossary. It This activity can be done in group or the whole class doing it. And the fourth is practice exercise. As it names, this activity can be done in testing or giving quiz by the teacher. It can be in a multiple choice of self-assessment or anything, and this can be done individually or in pairs for the students. The next is group projects. The technological tools that can be used is group works, wikis, blogs, or discussion forums. So it is based on the needs of the online learning course, and it can be the form of group presentation, group research project, and so on. This activity can be done in group or the whole class. So the next is receptive activities. These activities can be done by using podcast, Google presentation, or using YouTube. This activity can be done in an audio or video presentation, course, reading using audio or video, and this kind of activity can be done individually by the students. Okay, that was the fifth question, and this is the sixth question. It is about how an online course teacher optimize the online discussion in online learning. So sometimes a discussion both in offline learning or in this case online learning is not work well as what the teacher expected before. So in order to make it optimal or to optimize it, teachers should do some things, just like the first is posting a good question in the online learning platform so the students can understand the question, and also teacher need to describe what is she or he expect as a teacher to the student in the online learning course, and a teacher also should give a clear parameter with the student about the online course. And the next, the teacher should give some opportunities to the students so the students can perhaps giving their arguments of themselves. And the next is monitor the discussion. To make the discussion work well, a teacher should monitor or evaluate what is being discussed by the students in online learning platform. It is necessary to make the online course goes optimal. So next is treating the online class, also important to be done by the teacher to make the online learning course goes well. So let's move to the seventh question. It is about an example of a learning resource that can be used to engage the learners in online learning. Actually, one of many resources which is able to engage the students in online learning course is by providing them an audio or video. So audio and video address specific learning styles. They can also add a personal feel, real-world experiences, dynamic examples, and dimension to the learning model. The teacher can get the audio or video from the internet. Nowadays, it is so easy to do it. And in order to make the students are able to access the audio or video, teachers needs to insert the link that leads the students to the media player, or the teacher just can transfer the video from her or his right straight to the online learning platform. But it will different if the teacher using YouTube, because YouTube does not require a player since the YouTube itself is its own media player. The next is the example of how I insert a video in online learning course. So in this online learning platform, I insert a video about bullying, and so my students can easily access the video. So yeah, I insert a video to make them more engaged in learning course activity. Okay, this is the question. Please giving the example of effective assessment in English online teaching and learning. Actually, this is a simple example that I choose. So in this assessment, the skill that I assessed is about the grammar skills of the students. So the technique that I use is called cognate. It is a technique that used to conduct the learning process by finding the sound pattern or spelling of language target which is similar with their mother tongue. So the instrument of this assessment that I provide in online platform is task and questions. And I hope it will be answered by the students in my online learning platform. So this is the table about the cognitive assessment actually to assess the students' cognitive. So the topic is about finding out the Indonesian meaning of the words given in English. So the indicator, students are able to find out the meaning in Indonesian of the underlined words. So I give them 10 questions and they should find out what is the Indonesian meaning with the words that I already underlined before. So the first is confirms that the transportation for tomorrow is a bus. So the students need to find out what is the Indonesian meaning of transportation, and then there will be one score for one right question. So if the students answer it well, all of them, they will get 10 score. Okay, this is the 9th question. What is the basic elements to consider when building an online course? So there are actually several basic elements that need to be considered by a teacher when they want to build an online course. So the first is learning outcomes are measurable and specific. In order to make the students easily get what will they do in online course, students should give or present measurable and specific learning outcomes. And the second is the wording used to define learning outcome is clear and definite. So the third, the course material is sufficient and directly related to learning outcomes. The fourth is resources and activities support the learning outcomes. So the activities that can be done by the teacher and the students in online learning course should be based on what learning outcomes the teacher already give to the students. So it needs to be related. And the next is assessments determine the degree to which the learners have achieved the required learning outcomes. So those are the basic elements to consider by the teacher when they want to build an online course. Okay, let's move to the last questions for the course. It is about the example of one online lesson in class for one meeting. So as I tried before to log in one online learning platform, it is Schoology, to try my experience straight about how a teacher can give an online lesson in the platform. So in this lesson, the topic that I take is about Justopedia method in English language teaching. So I also wrote down a little bit introduction for the students that what will they do in this kind of lesson or activity. So in this lesson also, I asked the students to look for the material that we are going to discuss, and they need to submit the assignments about this material or learning activities. And I also give them the due date of the task so they can make it and submit it by the time it needs to be submitted. And then I also give them the reference where they can get the material from the topic that I have given them before. So it will make the students are easier to find out the materials about the topic that I give. Okay, so those are the 10 answers actually that I already give to you all. I hope what I said is useful for all of us, and yeah, I said thank you so much.